Hi everyone, welcome. My name is Haley. Thanks for joining me. So for today, you may have seen it as you were registering for the class. You're gonna want some light weights. This could be household items if you don't have weights. I would try to keep it under 5 pounds. Light is good. So if you have canned goods, if you have full water bottles, anything like that, just for a really short arm sequence that we're gonna be doing. Also, we will end up doing some floor work. So if you would like a towel or a yoga mat handy towards the end of class, we will be doing some floor work. So feel free to have that handy in case you want some extra padding, extra support for the hands and knees, anything like that as we're going through class. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. And again, feel free to put any questions in the chat. I'll answer them at the end. My name is Haley for anyone else just hopping in. And the very last thing, in addition to having some light props for arms and maybe a mat if you'd like it for floor, you are welcome to have anything for your support like a wall or the back of a chair, back of a couch if you want some support for your balance today like we would normally have in a bar class. Everything that I'm doing is able to be done without a bar, just center, no hands, anything like that. But if you want that support, by all means, feel free to grab that support, have it handy for yourself. All right, so we're gonna get started. I wanna get you nice and warmed up. So I typically start my class with these roll downs. You're gonna bring your ankles underneath the hips just like this. You're gonna take a little bend in the knees. You're gonna tuck your chin towards the chest. We're gonna use 4 counts to roll down, leading with the top of the head. We roll down 4, 3, 2, 1, rolling up. 3, 2, 1, roll back down. 3, 2, 1, one vertebrae at a time. 3, 2, arms hang loose, rolling down. 3, 2, 1, roll back up. 3, 2, last time, rolling down. 3, 2, 1, roll back up. 3, 2, we're gonna take big shoulder rolls, take it back for 3, for 2, other direction, take it forward, for 3, for 2, looking side to side, you're gonna look right, center, left, center, right, center, left, up and down, take it up, center, down, center, up, center, down, big head roll to the right, nice and slow, big head roll to the left. All the way around. Bring your hands to your hips, stand up nice and tall. We're gonna start picking up the knees. Keep your tailbone lengthened towards the ground, the belly button pulling in towards the spine. Your shoulders are relaxed down the back. Knees are leading the way. We're not rounding in the shoulders. We're not rounding the spine. We're not tucking the pelvis. We keep this nice, long, healthy spine as we go. Go ahead and reach your arms up overhead. We're going to draw the elbows into the sides as you lift those knees. Good, so now the whole body's involved. We're here for 8, for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. From here, step the feet a little bit wider. We're gonna start reaching side to side, tapping the opposite foot, really stretch through the side body, reach through the fingertips, bend your knees in between sides so you can get a little bit lower and lower. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. From here, we're gonna push across the chest. Push, push, pressing through the palms. Pivot your hips. Let the heels spin off the ground. For 8, bend your knees. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. From here, open those arms out at shoulders height. We take tiny circles forward. Reaching through the fingertips. If you want, you can add some feet in, stepping side to side. For 4, then we switch directions. 3, 2, 1. Other way, little circles, quick and small. For 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Good. Shake it out. You're going to grab whatever you're using for arms today. If you prefer not to use props, that's okay too. The hands can be free for this. Again, keep it nice and light. preferably under 5 pounds if you can. We're gonna start with a 90-degree bend in those arms. So the weights are forward, I have a 90-degree bend, my arms are pulling in towards the sides. I'm gonna shift that shape up and lower. So I'm framing the face with the forearms and keeping that 90 degrees the whole time. We have 8, 7, elbows drawing in towards one another as they lift. Keep a little bend in the knees. 2 more. Hold this last one up. From here, you're gonna open out, squeeze it in. Open and squeeze again, that same 90-degree bend in the arms. We have 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold this last one out. From here, we press overhead and lower. Press and lower, elbows come out wide. Knit the bottom points of the rib cage down towards the hip bones. Draw the navel in, lengthen the tailbone towards the ground, taking arch out of the back. We have 4 here. 3, keep breathing. 2, 1 more. Freeze right here. I want you to find a little pulse, little lift. It's really small. We're here for 8. We start to bring those arms closer. Last 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Lower those arms down. Flip the palms to face forward for bicep curls. We bring it to the shoulders and the thighs. Curls and lower. Again, if you need to, you can always lose those weights and just keep the arms moving. We keep the elbows drawn in towards the sides, a little bend in our knees, shoulders engaged down the back. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. This last one's gonna stop halfway at elbow height. Find a little pulse in the hands. Palms are facing up. It's just a tiny lift. Lift. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. From here, you're gonna flip your palms to face one another. Hammer curls now. We take it to the shoulders and thighs, palms facing one another. Same curls, just a little different position with those hands. We have 8, then we take our pulses. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Again, this last one stops halfway at elbow height. Find your pulse, pulse, pulse. For 4, 3, 2, freeze right here. Keep your hands where they are. You're gonna sit back, hinge at the hips, keep the spine long. We're gonna kick it back from here to really fire up those triceps. Now we extend straight back, bring it in, extend and in. Weights going high behind you. Keep your core supportive, navel drawing in and up. Really lengthen through the crown of the head, lengthen through the tailbone. Your gaze is just a few feet out in front of you towards the ground to release some tension in the neck. Let's take 4 here. 3, 2, last one stays back. This is where we finish arms with a little pulse right here. We're almost there. You have 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and set those weights, those props out of the way. No stub toes today. Set them nice and out of the way. Shake out your arms. Take a breath. We're going to move more into those legs. Again, as I was saying before, you can use a wall or furniture for your balance here if you want to bring one hand to wall or furniture. Otherwise, both hands can come to the hips for our plies. We're going to bring our heels together, toes out to a first position. So I start with my feet touching. I open my toes and let them fall out. Heels are together. I'm squeezing my legs together, super engaged, squeezing on the kneecaps, squeezing on the quads, standing up nice and tall. We plie down and lengthen, plie and lengthen. So these are demi plies. Demi means small, so it's not going as low as you can. We want to keep it little, and we want to keep our hips beneath our shoulders. So it's not like a squat where you sit your seat back behind you. We actually keep our seat right underneath the shoulders the whole time, stacked in the spine. We have 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, from here, we're going to take that same plie and we're going to relevate. You lift the heels up and spring high. We lower down and lift the heels. Plie, relevate. Those heels connect to the ground and then spring back up. Every time you come up, you squeeze those legs. You squeeze your glutes. stand up tall. We have 8, up, 7, core still engaged, keeping us balanced again. Remember, you can always reach for that wall. Last 4, up, 3, up, 2, hold this last one down. I want you to freeze right here and find a little pulse in the legs. It's really small, you can barely see it, so it's not a big bounce. It's a tiny pulse. We keep those heels connected to the ground, your tailbone shooting towards the ground beneath you. Roll the shoulders down the back. We pulse here for 8, for 7, for 6, for 5, 4, 3, 2, freeze right here. You're gonna float both arms overhead. Even if you're touching that wall, we're floating arms overhead. Round the arms, shoulders down the back, knit the ribs together. We have 8, 7, 6, just holding, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. Shake it out. Take a breath. We're gonna come into a big second position. You're gonna step your feet nice and wide. Toes open slightly out, heels slightly in. Again, you're always welcome to bring one hand to furniture or wall for support here. Otherwise, both hands are to hips. You're gonna sink down into a nice, wide, second position, grand plie. You're pressing the knees and thighs outward. The knees are stacked over the ankles. They never fall inward of the feet, but they're pressing out. Tailbone is shooting straight down towards the ground. We go down an inch, up an inch, down an inch, up an inch, and those hips just a little lower, right around that baseline, that starting height, where we sunk down into that plie, working right there. An inch is the size of a paper clip. It's really small, and so are these. We have 8, 7, no matter what, keep breathing, for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, freeze right here. You're gonna lift your right heel nice and high and pulse. Right heel up, left heel stays down. Keep your shoulders back over those hips. We're here for 8, 7, then we switch sides in 4, 3, 2, other side. Left heel goes high. Pulse it out. Try to keep those hips low. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. From here, we're gonna lift the right heel, lift the left heel. Right heel, left heel, just like that. Hips stay low, just the heel changes. Side to side. We have 8, you're doing great. 6, switch, 5, switch, 4, switch, last 3, lift, 2, lift, last 1, lift, lower both heels down, keep those hips where they are. I know you can do it. We're gonna reach those arms out at shoulders height. Even if you're touching the wall, reach those arms out at shoulders height. We're rounding them over and open. Trying our best to stay low and stable in the legs. We're almost to our final hold. In 4, then we hold. In 3, then we hold. In 2, open, keep this last one high, freeze right here. See if you can lower 1 centimeter more. Last 8, 7, 6, then we shake it out in 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a breath. Shake it out, nice work. If you need to, pat out those thighs, shake them loose. We're going to come to a squat series, getting more into those hamstrings and those glutes. So step your feet a little bit wider than your hips. Toes are dialed forward, maybe slightly open, but only slightly. Otherwise, they're at 12 o'clock. You're gonna bring your hands to heart center. We're gonna sit back and press the hips. Again, if you wanna scooch closer to a wall and use it for support, that's okay too. We're sitting low and then squeezing the glutes at the top. Your chest and gaze stay lifted. Weight is towards the heels. Toes are light. Knees pressing slightly out as you lower down. You're here 8, then we pulse. In 7, in 6, in 5, in 4, in 3, in 2. Hold this last one low, pulse it out right here. Shift the weight towards the heels, see if you can wiggle your toes. Keep breathing. Check on the core support. Tighten up the belly, navel drawing in to take care of our spine. We have 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shake it out. Take a breath. From here, If you want a mat or a towel for your floor work, a pillow or anything like that for your knees, for your hands, grab it down, meet me down on the ground. We're gonna come to a tabletop position and continue with our hamstring and glute work. So if you have a mat or a towel and you'd like to fold up the end for a little extra padding in your knees, feel free to do so. We're coming to this tabletop position. You're gonna pull the belly button towards the spine. Spread the fingers wide and press into all four corners of the hands as you lift between the shoulder blades. So you're lifting that space between the shoulder blades towards the ceiling to find this nice flat back. So there's no arch here. We really want to flatten out that back and lengthen the spine. From here, you're going to float your left knee off the mat. Flex your left foot 100%. We're going to tap that left knee down and lift. Tap and lift. The challenge here is to try to keep the pelvis really quiet. So as we're trying to lift that leg, we're going to want to tilt the pelvis and arch the back to get it high, but really resist that. Really resist that motion in the body. Keep the back flat, even if that means the leg doesn't go as high. We want lots of resistance on the back of the thigh here. Lots of work in the hamstring. Keep the foot as flexed as you can. So much energy there. We tap for 8, for 7, for 6, for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 more. Keep that knee floating up and find a pulse right here. Little lift, little pulse, really tiny, leading with the heel. Scan the body, check and make sure the back's not arching, the core is supportive. We're pressing into the hands for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. From here, keep that knee up. We're going to take this out to the side. So tap the knee down, lift to the left. Tap and lift. Same motion, just out to the side now. If this becomes too much on the wrist, you can always come down to those forearms, or you can always make fists with the hands as a modification. We have 8, lift, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 more. Keep it up and pulse to finish this side. Keep it going. We're almost there. You have 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower it down. Take a breath. Roll out those wrists. Shake out the hips. We're going to go right to the other side. Keep it moving. So setting back up in your tabletop. Again, you can always opt for the forearms if you want to give those wrists a little break. Knees under the hips, wrists under the shoulders, or maybe elbows under the shoulders if you're taking forearms. Float your right knee off the ground. Lock the core. Lock the torso in place. We tap the knee down. Lift. Tap. Lift. Keeping our right hip square towards the mat in the same line as the left hip, so it never sneaks higher than that left hip, but it stays down. We have 8, 7, 6, 5, the knee taps just really lightly, for 3, for 2, 1 more. Keep it up and pulse it out. Little pulse, little lift right here. Keep flexing the foot. Energy in the leg. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Freeze right here. We're going to take it out to the side. Tap it down and lift. I'm just changing facing so you guys can see where my leg is going. Lifting the knee towards hip height. We have 8, 7, 6. See if you can elongate the back of the neck. For 4, 3, 2, last one stays up. Pulse it out. You're so close. Keep going. Keep breathing. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower it down. Shake it out. Roll out the wrists. Take a big breath. We're going to come to lie back on the ground again. Adjust your towel or mat if needed. Use a rug if needed. Whatever's most comfortable for you. We are lying back. You're going to bend your knees and plant your feet flat on the ground. My toes are dialed at 12 o'clock towards the end of my mat, feet parallel to one another. My arms come down by my sides, palms are flat. We're going to take a slow roll, pressing the hips up and then rolling them back down. You're really peeling the back off one vertebrae at a time and then controlling that lower back down. Here we go. We roll up 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly back down. 3, 2, 1. Rolling up. 3, 2, 1. Slowly back down. 3, 2. 2 more times. Rolling up. 3, 2, 1. Slowly down. 3, 2. Last time. Rolling up. 3, 2, 1. Roll back down. 3, 2. From here, we're going to press the hips high, tap them down. Press and tap. You can always make this range of motion a little bit smaller as a modification. You're tapping the hips really lightly down to the ground. Keep the heels driving into the ground. Keep the knees in line with the hips. Shins super stable. We have 8, 7, 6, and we hold our last one. In 4, in 3, in 2, hold this last one high, freeze right here. Option to reach those arms towards the ceiling if you'd like. We hold for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sit it gently back down. And hug your knees in towards the chest. Take a breath. Take a moment here. We're going to take some core work, and then we stretch it out to finish, and we have our Q&A. So we're going to bring those knees to stack over the hips. My shins are parallel to the ground beneath me. My arms are down by my sides. I'm going to hover 1 foot at a time. So we hover the right toes down and then stack the knee. Other side, left toes, and stack. Hover, stack. Hover, stack. The knees return directly over the hips, not the belly button, not the chest, but over your hips every single time. Keep the belly button drawing down towards the ground, and really just come to a hover in those toes. See if you can find that control without touching the mat. We have 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. From here, lengthen your legs towards the ceiling. You're going to bring your hands to the back of the right thigh or calf, drawing it slightly towards you, and then lower that left leg to a hover, keeping it nice and long. Pull your shoulders just off the ground. Lift your chin away from your chest. We find a little pulse towards our right leg. My hands are connected to the back of my right leg, but I'm not using my arms too much. I'm trying to use more of my core to find that pulse and less of my bicep strength. Pulsing here for 4, for 3, for 2, other side, left leg, little pulse, pulse, pulse. We have 4, 3, 2, we're gonna scissor the legs. You catch the right leg, right, left. Switch, switch. Try to keep those shoulders at a hover. Try to keep the navel pulling in and up. We're here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest back, hug the knees into the chest. Rock all the way up to a seated position. We're gonna finish in a plank, last part of our core. I'm gonna give you a few options here. Option number 1, you could be in a high plank, wrists beneath the shoulders, legs nice and long. Option number 2 could be in a high plank with the knees lowered down. Option number 3, you can be in a forearm plank, forearms parallel to one another, elbows beneath the shoulders. And last option, you can be in this forearm plank with the knees setting down. No matter where you're at, whether the knees are down or up, I want you to tuck your tailbone towards the ground. So instead of sitting the seat back, you're going to tuck that tailbone towards the ground. So meet me in whatever variation works for you, knees down or up, hands or forearms on the ground. We're just going to hold and finish strong. Then we get a nice little stretch. We're here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, last 4, last 3, 2, and 1. Nice work. Meet in a child's pose. Knees wide, toes touching, hips become heavy towards the heels. Stretch those arms out. Take a big inhale through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. One more inhale through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. And meet me in a tabletop position. If you'd like to fold your mat or towel to pad up those knees, go ahead and do that now. We're going to inhale, drop the belly towards the ground, lift your head, chest, and tailbone to our cow pose. And then exhale, tuck the tailbone, tuck the chin, round your spine to our cat pose. Again, inhale, drop the belly, lift the head, chest, tailbone, gaze. Exhale, tuck the tailbone, round your spine. One last time, inhale, drop the belly, lift the head, chest, and tailbone. Exhale, tuck the tailbone, round your spine. Come back to a neutral spine. We're going to step the right foot forward. And again, if you need to pad up this left knee, go ahead and fold over your towel or mat. We're stepping the right foot forward and bringing the hands to the top of the thigh. Lift your heart and lift your gaze. Relax the shoulders down the back. You can stay right here. You might plant the left hand down and reach the right arm high, adding a little twist. And we'll plant those hands, swing the leg around, going back to tabletop, other side. Step your left foot forward, hands to the top of the thigh. Lift the heart, lift the gaze, relax the shoulders, pad up the knee if you'd like. Option to stay right here, option to plant the right hand down and reach the left arm high. And bring both hands to the inside of that left leg. Swing it around to tabletop, hands and knees. Tuck your toes, push back to a downward facing dog. Go ahead and pedal out the feet. Rock the hips side to side. And then begin to walk the feet in towards the hands in towards the feet. From here, you're just going to heel toe those feet out wider to our big second position. Toes open slightly out, heels slightly in. Bend both knees, sink the hips down. Hands or forearms can come to the tops of the thighs. You can rock side to side. You can keep it higher if you'd like, lower if you'd like. Really feel free to modify this however you'd like this morning. And then we inhale, lengthen our legs, reach your arms up overhead. As you exhale, bend your knees, let it all go. Inhale, reach. Exhale, release. Last time, inhale. Exhale. Nice work, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me. So if anyone has any questions for me or about class, feel free to put them in the chat or ask me. Again, my name is Haley. I teach barre, I teach yoga, aerial yoga, TRX, the occasional boot camp, all of that good stuff. And again, yeah, you can unmute yourself if you want to say goodbye or anything like that. Thanks, Belinda. Thanks, Karen. There's also my information in there if anyone wants my, hi. Hi. If anyone wants my social media or Venmo, feel free to check that out. It's also going to be, thanks Mallory, thanks Veronica, it's also going to be on the website if you would like to find that later on. Thanks everyone so much.